are completing their one goal, and that goal is integrated with other goals so that they will achieve their final goal, the ultimate goal. Okay. Then question is, why do managers plan? Number one, it provides direction. So when employee knows what their organization and work unit is trying to accomplish, they can coordinate their activities, they can share their activities to their peers, to subordinate, and that's it. When employee doesn't know that, okay, what I should do, then what's the point coming to the organization or coming to the college if you don't understand what is my direction? Your direction is to complete your bachelor's degree, and if you are not clear how to clear my bachelor degree, you don't know about the classes, the timings, the assignments, and all the stuff, then what's the point of coming even to the university? All right. Similarly, in an organization, employee must understand his role in the goal making, in the goal achievement, and that ultimately connect to the other goals, and that goals connection leads to the ultimate planning. Right? It reduces uncertainty. So many people, they said, okay, you failed because you didn't plan well. That can be the case, but 100% that's not the case. Why? Because in an environment where things are changing so fast, maybe when we plan and up till now when we execute our plans, things have changed dramatically. We do have a recent example of COVID-19. When people are planning something and all the stuff, there's lockdowns, and they are away from their plans. So that means they didn't plan well? No, uncertainties can happen. So plans won't eliminate uncertainties, they can reduce it. All right? So that you can respond effectively. It minimizes waste and redundancy. So when everything is written down, everything is clear to you, you know what, like 2 plus 2 is 4, then you don't go for wastage or any ambiguity or any residual or any error. Everything is going back to the plan. So if you're not doing the planning, maybe you are wasting too much resources. You are in hit and trial method. That's it. Establishes the goal and standard for controlling. So once you establish the goals, these goals itself act as controlling mechanism for you. From time to time, you check that whether we have established this goal, whether we are in this time limit, whether we are in this time in this costing budget, whether we are on the same amount of people hired, that we that these are doing the same job or they can complete it or not. So not only the planning tell you what to do, it also gives you how to do. And if you are not meeting your worth, then you always go back to your first stage, what we need to achieve, and then again you devise the goals, how to achieve. Right? And then planning and performance. So like a good plan can increase your more than 50% performance. That's what we said in our construction businesses. So you can see that, okay, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, it is constructed and operational in less than 5 years. But did you know how much time they put and effort they put in planning? Maybe more than that, maybe more than 5 or 7 years. Once they are sure about their planning, and then the performance can be increased dramatically, exponentially. All right? So it takes a lot of time. or your project major time is consumed in planning. Once planning is done, then your goals are, clear. Any ambiguity is just cleared, and then you just go through with that. You will be more motivated, your performance is increased, you make less errors, your wastage going to be low, redundancy going to be low, errors going to be low, and then you achieve your goals in the time limit that you have decided in the planning. So that's how planning and performance are related. So quality of planning and implementation more important than extent of it. Now question comes, if I plan, that means my goals are achieved, like 50% I'm done? No. Why? Due to the word of implementation. So if you plan well but you cannot implement it, then what's the point of planning? Why you are wasting so much time if you cannot implement, if you cannot stand on your planning? All right, so that doesn't mean that without implementation the concept of performance is just a joke. External factors can affect your planning, right? Of course, when we plan, there are some factors which we cannot control. The factors we can control, these are called internal factors, which we can control, which we have grip on that. But some factors we cannot control, like labor unions, government regulations, external, like uh, some, like COVID-19, recent example, external calamities, emergencies, we cannot control. So in this case, yes, we can deviate from our plan and it can affect our performance. But planning performance relationship seems to be influenced by the planning time frame. You tell me, a plan which takes 4 months is better than a plan which takes 3 years. It's true or false? A plan which takes 4 months and a plan which takes 3 years. Which one is better? Option A, option B.
I think it depends on the actual planning and the quality of planning. I don't think necessarily spending more time on planning makes the plan better itself.
What about it is for the same project? You are right. Depends. That was my answer, but you clarified it. Okay, for the same project. Now you tell me. A plan which takes 4 months for the same project and a plan which takes 3 years for the same project. Where performance is high or which plan is good? Jacob, Elias, Pablo,
I'm not too sure.
Oliver, Justin, Jangwei, Nisha, Drew.
Yeah, like I said, the time doesn't necessarily mean the plan is better, but I think also if you plan for 3 years, you might lose effectiveness of the planning because people might feel like the planning step never ends. So it's a difficult question. I'm not sure.
Okay. So let me simplify it. The simplicity is that the more you spend time in planning, it is good. Performance will be higher. depending on that you fulfill all other things. For example, a project is for 8 years and you plan 4 months. Maybe you are good, maybe you are not. But if the other team is in planning, they are spending 3 years. It means they have each and every inch of the. For example, this is a construction project. Each and every inch of this construction related product is anything is written down. So in that case, chances of error is, you can say that, negligible. But here the chances of errors are visible, because even though you can say that no, maybe this construction company has more experience, 25 years, 50 years of experience, but remember, each project is unique project. Each house is a unique house, each building is a unique building, unless you are making the same building, the same apartments, the same residential houses or something. All right, so that's why, if the more you spend on planning, it is correlated to your performance. But remember, other things constant. That doesn't mean that okay, this is 8 years of project and you are spending 7 years in planning. Of course, like you said, it doesn't make sense. But remember this one. There is a relationship between planning time frame and planning performance. And the research shows, I think this is in your book as well. The ideal relationship is 4 years of planning. So that's why those government projects, those big building projects, their planning takes like years. Look at the Three Gorges Dam in China. How many years it took? I think more than a decade. Right? Now, goals and planning. Goals and plans. What are the difference between goals and plans? Goals, or in other books, you can call this objectives. These are desired outcomes or targets. So they guide the management decisions and form the criteria against which work results are measured. While the plans, they document that outline how goals are to be met. Remember, many